What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Get Real Bass Fishing. Today we found another little marshy area back here, and we're going to be targeting some striped bass, bluefish, and some fluke, whichever one bites. We got a lot of marsh to cover. Whether we do that in this video or not, I guess we'll find out. Got some wind in our face in this spot, and a little bit of structure down this way in the form of a bridge that we're going to be targeting. I'm going to start targeting some fluke, but with a swim bait instead. This is the Salt Strong Mulligan, and I'm going to try targeting that bridge first. We have an incoming tide, so there should be some fish coming in. We got our water shoes, and we're going to be hitting up the water. So this is the St. Croix Legend Tournament inshore. This is a 7-foot medium fast, and we're throwing a 1/4 ounce VMC boxer jig with the Salt Strong Mulligan, and hopefully we catch some fish. This is a Shimano Nasky 4000. Typically I like the 3000, but I had the 4000 on here just in case there's some bigger fish around. I cut my finger opening stuff today, and it hasn't stopped bleeding, so don't mind the paper towel. And 15-pound braid, I found that 15-pound braid is a lot easier to cast than 20 pounds, so it'll basically do the same thing. As long as you're not rubbing against rocks and stuff like that, 15 is going to be just as good as 20. 15-pound mono leader with a loop not attached to the swim bait. That's the setup. Let's catch fish. So there's nothing coming out of this side for a couple casts. I'm gonna go try this side. Again, we're scouting spots, trying to find new spots to fish. So that's what I was just fishing for a little bit, where I had that hit the first couple casts. I guess it was a bass because it wasn't on the bottom and it didn't cut the tail off or bite the tail off, so I would assume it was probably just small schoolies. Nothing on the bottom for fluke so far. We got that point that I want to fish, so we got to walk around the marsh and get to that point because that's all sand. And then everything coming in that way, going out that way. We got some sand here. So we got some gradual depth change. So I'll try over here before I try anywhere else. Let's give it a shot. There's the perfect cast. All right, no fish. Walking to an inlet. Let's go. Also, Fisker Outdoor Adventures decided to show up after getting skunked everywhere else today.
I did not.
He doesn't know how to fish.
I got 3 fish in my truck.
Yeah.
What's going on, fellas?
And I'll link him down below. You go check out his channel. He fishes not as much as me, but he fishes okay now. We got a bunch of little fiddlesticks down here, little fiddler crab holes. They all just ran in there. But we're fishing this marsh. We got an entrance to the marsh right over there into this little tiny pocket. We're gonna see if there's any fish over there. Walking through this tall grass. There's some minnows over here. Ooh, this is warm. This is disgustingly warm. Oh man. Oh wait, hang on. This might be marsh. This might be swamp too. Come this way. Grab onto the whatever we call them, grass muffins. Put your foot on a grass muffin. All of a sudden, Brian went halfway down, and he's still trying to get up.
This just isn't a big enough area.
Be advised. This is how the dinosaurs died.
All right, where am I going when I get to this one?
I guess over here. I mean, I don't feel anything.
Good?
Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks. Alright, just come over this way.
I'm gonna swim out.
I can't breathe. He just went straight down again.
Well, can rest assured my phone got wet.
Well, that was an experience, wasn't that?
That was just a load of fun.
Some experience there. You want to walk all the way out there?
No, I'm good.
All right. I guess we'll fish the inlet then. I was like, look, flowers. She's like, yeah, mine flowered today too. So I just plucked one of these cactus flowers and it smells like fresh olive oil. That's weird.
All of cactus.
All right. So we made it over to this little inlet here. It seems like it's rushing pretty heavy through. It's a little tiny inlet, so all of this water is just flooding through into this whole back bay in that little tiny spot. So it's pretty rough out there. I'm not sure if the GoPro is going to be able to pick it up, but we have this sandbar here at this point right here that goes all the way out to here and comes back in. So we got this nice deep little, I guess you can call it a trough area. And we're going to try to target first and then work my way onto the opposite point. Took some quick casts at that point of that inlet. Not as much as a tap. Normally you'd at least get a sea robin or something. But we didn't get anything there. So I'm going to be walking over to this point, which has water on both sides. Sandy area. Give this spot a shot.
Dude!
Look at this little dude. He's got little purple on him. Huh. He doesn't want to let go. He's hugging. All right, be free. So I have another spot pinned on the map that we're going to go to. It's another bridge, and we're going to go catch some fish there. I'm pretty sure I've caught needlefish there, a bunch of sea robins, fluke, so hopefully there's still something back there and we catch something, because I don't really want to get skunked today. I have a lot of spots that I want to go to, but I'd rather catch fish in the beginning and then take a chill pill and relax the rest of the day instead of being freaked out about not catching anything. But that's scouting spots, right?
I caught already, so.
Yeah, you didn't.
Want to see them?
No.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next spot. So I'm gonna walk this little bay area. Brian's still getting ready. I'm walking down the beach, and there's a point here of of sod bank, which then comes in on an outgoing tide, which is what we have right now, from that bridge, which you'll see soon, flooding everything around the sod banks. And like I said in previous videos, we have shrimp, minnows, baby fish, crabs, everything loves sitting in the little sod banks. So with an outgoing tide, things getting flushed back out this way, they're gonna follow that sod bank and eat up some food. So I switched over to the Kitech in the dark orange color. I have no idea what it's called, but it kind of looks like the killies and the minnows that are floating around over here. It's a 3.8 inch on a 1/4 ounce jig head, and we're gonna be walking towards this little bridge area and fishing towards the sides of it, because that's where all the pools are gonna be. Like I've said in multiple videos, we're gonna try to fish those pools. All right, so that bridge over there didn't produce any fish today. And like I said, we have a couple more spots I wanna hit before sunset, and hopefully there's some fish there, but again, we're just scouting some spots, and a bridge is a good place to be because it flushes in water in and out. We got pools on either side of it, and it's really the only entrance into the other side of this where there's water. So if there's any fish out there on an outgoing tide, they're flooding out. So we're looking for structure and moving water. We found it, but we didn't find any fish. Let's keep searching for some new spots. Nice striper head. All right, Mr. Fisker. I'll see you in another video. I'm gonna go catch fish.
Next time you have to come with me and I'll teach you how.
Nah, I know where there's fish. It just gets boring in the same spot.
It gets boring catching fish?
Yeah. All right, let's go. So if you couldn't tell, I like to fish inlets. But we found this one spot on Google Maps. We drove quite a ways for it. And it's just one entrance into this. It's a giant bay. You can't miss it on Google Maps. And there's one little tiny entrance and exit for all of the water in the entire bay. And boats come in and out, so there's got to be a deep channel in here somewhere. So I'm going to start off with the little Yozuri, see if we can catch some fish. I can already see the depth change right here. We'll see if there's anything flooding out of here with this outgoing tide. It's pretty low already. We'll see. There's birds diving inside the bay, so I'm sure there's some bait gonna get flooded out too. Give it a shot. There's too much spooge. Can't use a Yozuri. This dives down to like 6 feet. It's a lot shallower right now. I think I'm going to try for fluke on the opposite side of here. You know what? No, I'm gonna put on a swim bait. I'm gonna throw the swim bait on. It's a big one. I know there's some bass over in this area as of recently. So I'll throw the big 4.8-inch Kitech. See what I can get. So that point right there, it comes out to a point. So you got the inlet, floods that way though. So over there is probably best. However, we do have a point that goes in this way and then back around. So that is a point that'll jetty out, and we should be able to get into that deeper water right there. Hopefully get some fish. Well, I decided to drive farther than I thought and ended up at another inlet. We're here at the Montauk Inlet, and hopefully we catch some fish. I don't think we will. It's still a low tide. I don't know. I'll throw a swim bait out there, see if it's actually going out still or if it just began to come in. The wind's coming in from this side, so maybe, I don't know if that's wind-blown water or if that's an incoming tide. We'll see. That was a fish. Had a hit. Had a hit. Dang it. Dude, we grind for that. We grinded so hard for that little striper, but we focused on inlets and we caught a little tiny striper to make it up for not catching the fish the entire day. There's a bunch of bait in the water. I've already, had to replace 2 swim baits on fish, but thank God we got 1 fish. I just prayed for 1 fish and the Lord gave me a fish. Here we go. Nice little striper. It feels so good to catch 1 fish at least.
What?
All right, fellas. Well, that about does it. I fished all day. I had a shad, a couple shads actually, and 1 striper here at Montauk, and it is what it is, you know. We lived, we learned. We got some cool spots on the way. So time to pack it up, head on back home, and plan out our next trip to where we're gonna find some new spots and catch some fish. This was an incoming tide, the first incoming tide or increasing water or higher water that we had all day. The rest of the time it was an out low last half of the outgoing to low and then dead low. So in my opinion, I personally like fishing incoming water and typically the end of the incoming, high tide, and then the next 2 hours after that. So the first 2 hours of the outgoing tide. Typically I like fishing when there's a lot more water. Rips are more strung, there's more fish where I'm fishing, and there just seems to be better off that way. But if you guys enjoyed this video or learned a little something, hit that thumbs up button. That's going to help you guys see the next content that I post. Hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already. Join the family. That's going to help you see some stuff too. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we had a blast out today. I'm gonna go home, plan the next trip, and catch some more fish in the future. Can't wait to post again. Can't wait to see the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support. So stay real, smooch and release, and have some fun on the water. We'll see you next time.